11. I see it. I see the wave. It's still going, Nick. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for our feature for the Ball and Poogie. Bandero's on the pole, your heat race winner from out 11, Missouri. The 7 of Sam Douglas on his outside. It'll be the 3 of James Marsh out of Aurora, Missouri. Row number 2 on the inside from Jefferson City, Missouri will be the 11 of Kellen Murphy. And on his outside from St. Charles, Missouri will be the 15 Jedrick Sidler. Green flag is in the air. Sam Douglas out front. Your leader, James Marsh, right there. Here comes Kellen Murphy in that 11 machine. Kellen Murphy, Marsh side by side. They go down the backstretch, down the turns, number 3 and 4. Sam Douglas out front with Murphy there in second. Down the backstretch they go. Kellen Murphy right there on the back bumper of Douglas. We got a race for the lead between Douglas and Murphy. James Marsh in that 3 in second with the 15. Jedrick Sidler in that 4 spot. But right now it is all Sam Douglas out front. Sam Douglas out front, your leader with Kellen Murphy in second. James Marsh in third. Little bobble there from Marsh, but he's gaining back his ground that he missed there as we got a 3-car length group up front battling for the lead. Douglas out front, your leader. The 11 of Kellen Murphy in second, the 3 of James Marsh in third. Going into turns, number 3 and 4, out of 4. Great racing so far from the top 3. Oh! Caution. Caution coming out. Caution coming out. Murphy and Douglas hooking up there in turns number 3 and 4. So our track safety crew will go there and check on the 7 and the 11 machine. You got 3 fast cars, Douglas with the lead, Murphy there in that 2nd spot. So right now, 3 will be the leader of James Marsh. The 15, the Jedrick Sidler, will be your 2nd place car, and it'll be Sam Douglas in the 7 and 3rd with the 11 and Kellen Murphy. So we'll see if these 2 can continue. Looks like Sam Douglas is able to continue on. James Marsh out front in the 3. This 15, Jedrick Sidler in that second spot. The 7 of Sam Douglas in third. James Marsh out front in the 3. The 15, Jedrick Sidler in second. Two more laps to go. Look out, 15 got high and wide on the backstretch. Sam Douglas trying to make a move for second. White flag is in the air, one more lap to go. He comes out of turn number 4, your feature winner, the 3 of James Marsh. 15 of Jedrick Sidler, second. The 7 of Sam Douglas, third. And 11 of Kellen Murphy in that 4th spot. Wow, what a race. And for the first time, we will talk. My goodness gracious. All excitement from the 3 machine, gonna take off the hood. He's gonna come up from the top of the race car. Fans, give this young man a big old round of applause. Your Ball and Fuji Manuel feature winner, the 3 of James Marsh. Yeah, stand up on that top of the car. Woo! All right, James. All right, James. Are you gonna leave your helmet on? You'll take it off, okay. Let's go to the other side. Put your hat on, Cox Roofing hat on. So excited. Hey, let's give a little round of applause to all these drivers here tonight as they get out of the car. Well, what do we got there? We got a cupcake? Wow. Well, James, you've got a cupcake. You got a check. We'll finish writing it out here after a bit. But James, yep, take the hat from me. Put it on there. Wow, James. You know, at start, you were sitting there in that 3rd spot, and then the 2 in front of you got together, and you're sitting there in a good spot there, and the car looked good the rest of the way.
Yeah,
It's okay. It won't fly away.
Yeah. I had no idea what was going on. I didn't think I would win, that was for sure, especially when I got back into the 3rd position. And thanks to Cox Roofing and everybody.
Well, James, we appreciate you, and we look forward to watching you throughout the year. And, man, it looked like each and every lap you're just getting better, and looking forward to watching you with this car this season. And hopefully next week you'll get the win as well.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, your feature winner, the 3 of James Marsh. This is going to be a competitive class this season here at the High Banks. Front row, it's going to be the 12. Ronnie Taylor on his outside. Going to be the 23 Shaw. The 1 of Gary Barrows on his outside. The 13 of Jaden Smith. Along with 59 Kenneth Smith. And the 19 of Randy David Heiser. Here we go, side by side. Ronnie Taylor on the inside, Nick Bradshaw on the outside. As out front, it's still Ronnie Taylor, the 23, and Nick Bradshaw in second. Still Ronnie Taylor out front, Nick Bradshaw in second. Here comes the one, Gary Barrows. Good race there for the lead with Taylor on the inside, Bradshaw on that outside. Three laps in with Ronnie Taylor out front, running a 19.658. Bradshaw in second with a 19.620. As it's still Ronnie Taylor out front, barely though, with a 19.764. Nick Bradshaw with a good time on that last lap with a 19.551. Still Ronnie Taylor out front. Nick Bradshaw on the 23 in second. The one of Gary Barrows sitting there in third. Halfway through, 6 down, 6 more to go with Ronnie Taylor still out front. The 23 of Nick Bradshaw in second. The one of Gary Barrows in that third spot. Ronnie Taylor out front. 23 of Nick Bradshaw in second. The one of Gary Barrows sitting there in third. Oh, Bradshaw with a fast time there of 14.62, but Gary with a 14.443. As it's going to be Ronnie Taylor out front. 3 more laps to go for the 12 of Ronnie Taylor. One more lap to go for the 12 of Ronnie Taylor. Gary Barrows in the one, in second, the 23 of Nick Bradshaw at a slow pace coming down the front stretch. As it'll be Ronnie Taylor, your feature winner. Gary Barrows in second. The 23 of Nick Bradshaw in third. And last year's track champion, the 13, Jaden Smith, in that fourth spot. Taking off the equipment. For the first time in 2025, ladies and gentlemen, your 417 Sports Car Future winner, the 12 of Ronnie Taylor. Ronnie, first off, that's a nice, pretty looking helmet. I like that helmet.
Thank you. Sponsors got that for me.
Your sponsors, what do you guess? Speed Oil.
Yes, sir. Speed Oil.
Tell us a little bit about Speed Oil.
Speed Oil, once you try it, you won't want to use any other oil. It just stays a lot cleaner. It takes a ticking noise out of your engine. You get some feedback showing that it's stopping some oil leaks. It's just a great oil. I run it in everything I own.
Let's talk about that feature, man. Bradshaw and Burroughs was right there behind you. Did you know they were there?
Yeah, they got some fast hot rods this year.
They do. Hey, you're starting off the season well. Had a win last season, but starting off well. Anybody else you want to thank besides Speed Oil?
Just Ronnie's Truck Repair and Speed Oil and Aaron and you guys for doing this, and that's it.
Looking forward to bringing back the car next week.
Oh, yeah, we'll be here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, your 417 Sports Cars Charger feature winner, the 12 of Ronnie Taylor. Seen old Major League in quite a while. Probably need to watch that pretty soon. A wow thing. Want to thank Paul's Towing for being the official towing sponsor here at the High Banks. We appreciate them, Paul's Towing, as it looks like I've here some Bramble Springs Bakery Crown Vics, and here they come. Ladies and gentlemen, on the pole, it'll be the 30 of Jed Rogers out of Lebanon, Missouri. Row number 2 on his outside. It's going to be the 5 of Matt Hazel out of Camden, Missouri. Row number 2 on the inside. From Springfield, Missouri, will be the 00 of Bill Brown. On his outside, it's going to be the 74 of Don Rogers out of Springfield. Row number 3 on the inside, it's going to be Ed, the Chili Man Mangus out of Lebanon, Missouri. And the 03 on his outside will be the 17 of Nick Love. Row number 4 on the inside, it is the better Hazel, the greater Hazel, the faster Hazel. In car number 4, Waynesville, Missouri's Josh Hazel. And on his outside from Jared, Missouri, will be the 44 of Jen Flannery. In row number 5 on the inside from Cuba, Missouri, will be the 70 of Yvette Eckelman. And on her outside will be the 12 of Delbert Legan out of Lebanon, Missouri. Row number 6 on the inside will be Elvins, Missouri's 27 of Dakota Scribner. On his outside, Marshfield, Missouri, the 69 of Chris Tender. Going to be Mike Quickenberg in the Lebanon, Missouri 57, and then Hayden Smith out of Russellville, Missouri in car number 26. Here we go. Here we go. Rogers and Hazel will lead them in the turn number 3. 15 laps is your distance. Green flag is in the air. Rogers out front. In the 30 machine, the 5 of Hazel on that inside. Side by side as it comes around here for lap number 1. It's going to be the 5 of Matt Hazel. Jed Rogers in the 30 in second. The 00 of Bill Brown in third. Here comes that 27 machine of Dakota Scribner, and that 27 machine moving up to that 4th spot. As right now it is all Hazel. Rogers on the back bumper, trying to make a move on the leader of the 5 of Hazel. Hazel with not even a car length lead in front of the 30 of Rogers. Here comes Scribner in that 27 machine battling with the 00 of Brown. Matt Hazel out front. Jed Rogers in the 30 in second. The 00 of Bill Brown sitting there in third. Great race there for the lead between the 5 of Hazel and the 30 of Rogers. Still Hazel out front, Rogers in second. Scribbler making a good run in that 27 machine. Here comes the 17 of Nick Love. Hazel out front. Jed Rogers in second. Still Hazel in that 5 machine, Rogers in the 30. Bill Brown into 00 in third. 27 of Dakota Scribner in that 4th spot with Nick Love in the 17. Here comes the 30 of Jed Rogers trying to make a move on the 5 of Hazel. Working through lap traffic with 5 more laps to go. Hazel out front, Rogers in that 2nd spot. Hazel out front, your leader in the 5. The 30 of Jed Rogers in second with 3 more laps to go. Here, Hazel working through lap traffic once again. The 69 pulling off. Still Hazel. 2 more laps to go. White flag is in the air for the 5 of Matt Hazel. The 30 of Jed Rogers in second. Bill Brown in the 00 in third. '70 of Yvette Eichelman in front of the 17 of Love as Love is pulling in. Checker flag is in the air for the 5 of Matt Hazel. The 30 of Jed Rogers finishing second. The 00 of Bill Brown finishing in third. But it wasn't easy. You had a great car, the number 30 of Rogers. He's smiling back there. He was on you the whole race, wasn't he?
I think so. I thought I heard him back there. I knew that he had a pretty quick car, so I wasn't trying to burn the thing completely up, the first part of the race. And it actually almost acted like it got a little bit better as the race went on, which is not normal for these cars at all. But yeah, I'm glad I got it. Nobody was going to beat me tonight. My granddaughter, this is her very first race. My son, they got her up there in the VIP, and there's no way anybody was going to take this from me tonight.
Yeah, the newly purchased VIP. But Matt, hey, we appreciate you. And it sounds like, there, I wrote your name on there. It sounds like they haven't even went through the tech yet. They already wrote your name on there. It's blank, though. That's right. Hey, but it sounds like you're going to do a little bit extra this season, maybe on my birthday, May 10th.
We're going to try our hardest. We've got a really nice late model. We got a lot of good people working with us on that. And it's obviously it's got Ford engine in it, just like it's supposed to have. That's the way it works out here. The Ford's is what's fast.
All right, that's right. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, your Crown Vic feature winner, the 5, Matt Hazel. I will interview him. All right. Well, last year he got a feature win. He came up close on opening night, but Jed, wow, what a good race. You and Matt was competing the whole race. It got a little bit exciting there in turns 1 and 2 with those lap cars. So I thought you were going to get them there, but just came up short.
Yeah, I got down in the marbles there and didn't have no drive off the corner. But, yeah, Matt was running, and I just couldn't get around him. I was with him, but just couldn't get back around him.
Well, you're starting the year off good, and appreciate you. And anybody you want to thank?
Williams Welding, Paul's Towing, Lebanon Car Fab, Lemery Farms.
All right, well, we appreciate you and thank you. All right, coming up in the 3rd spot, ladies and gentlemen, he is sponsored by University of Missouri. It is the 00 of Coach Bill Brown. Coach, well, if they were here for practice, they saw you take a wild ride, but in 2 weeks you got the car put back together, didn't you?
Well, I wouldn't have been able to do it, but Tyler Brown spent some time for me in the evenings after he got off work over there at the high school, and got my rear end in there. We tried a different rear end, got some new tires this year. Last year I was just running on whatever anybody would give me, and I got some new wheels, so everything seemed to be pretty good tonight. These two guys here were extremely fast, and they're really good drivers, but the best thing about them is they're both so helpful. They just try to make sure that everybody else has success, and it's been a fun ride. Only had about 7 or 8 races last year, and starting off this one, getting to come down here with these two is pretty fun.
And you didn't spin out. And how much were those tires?
$78 a piece, so that's about the best $78 I've spent in a long time.
All right, I was putting a test on you there. You passed. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for our top 3 in the Bramble Springs Bakery Crown Vics. The 5 of Matt Hazel, the 30 of Jed Rogers, and the 00 on the pole for this one. It'll be the 4D of Devin Russell out of Lebanon, Missouri. On his outside will be the 00 of Chris Johnson out of Lebanon, Missouri. Row number 2 on the inside from Lebanon, Missouri will be the 88 of Michael Jurgensen, last year's track champion. On his outside from Lebanon, Missouri will be the 16 of Mike Shaddy. Row number 3 on the inside from Rayville, Missouri will be the 71 of Don Morant. On his outside will be the 0 of Corey Henson. Bringing up the field will be the 801 of Tony Johnson out of Lebanon, Missouri. The 43 of Charles Appleby. And not making the start, the 27 of Nick Cherry. Side by side. Here we go. Green flag is in the air. Chris Johnson leading the way down the front stretch they go. Devin Russell in that second spot. The 16 of Mike Shaddy on the outside of Russell. Down the backstretch they go. With Johnson out front. Russell in second. 0-1 of Tony Johnson pulling off. Here comes Devin Russell on that inside of the 16 of Shaddy. Right now it's all Chris Johnson out front. Mike Shaddy in the 16 in second. The 4 of Devin Russell sitting there in that third spot. Michael Jurgensen in the 88 in fourth, but here comes Shaddy on that inside. Oh, hold on to it. They bump, they got loose, they come on the control. That takes some talent right there from those drivers. Hold on to it, Chris Johnson as he comes out of 4. Still out front, your leader. Mike Shaddy sitting there in that second spot. Russell in the 4 in third. Jurgensen in the 88 in fourth. With Corey Henson in the top 5. The 71 of Don Morant sitting there in 6. Right now it is all the 00 of Chris Johnson out front. Mike Shaddy in the 16 in second. 5 laps down as they come across the line. 6 laps down. Appleby staying out of the way. So right now it's a great race in the street stocks. Chris Johnson out front, the 16 of Mike Shaddy in second. Here comes Shaddy once again. Does he have anything for the 00 of Chris Johnson? Mike Shaddy in second, the 4 of Devin Russell in third, the 88 of Michael Jurgensen in fourth. Here comes Jurgensen in the 88, looking on the inside of the 4 of Devin Russell. Here we go, down the back stretch, or front stretch, halfway, 10 laps in, 10 more laps to go. Shaddy still working on the back of the 00 of Johnson. As a caution comes out for the 43 of Charles Appleby and the 88 of Michael Jurgensen. Man, what a race so far between our leaders, the 00 Chris Johnson and the 16 of Mike Shaddy. Want to thank Martin's One Stop convenience store located in Lebanon, Missouri. Give them a call at 417-733-1479 or visit them at Jefferson Avenue in Lebanon, Missouri. 1400 South Jefferson. Once again, I want to thank all the other great Mike Shaddy right on. Leader chooses The leader is out front, Mike Shaddy and Devin Russell side by side in the second row. Green flag is in the air. Mike Shaddy making a run as here he comes. Chris Johnson falling back in that 00 machine. And off the racetrack he goes for the 00, Chris Johnson. Bad luck for Chris. The 16 of Mike Shaddy out front. Here comes Michael Jurgensen in the 88 machine. He's battling hard with the 4 of Russell for second. Down the front stretch they go with Mike Shaddy still out front. Here comes Corey Hinton in the 0 machine on that inside of Jurgensen for third. Side by side for third with Jurgensen having the advantage down the backstretch in the turns 3 and 4 with Mike Shaddy still out front. 7 more laps to go. Mike Shaddy in the 16 out front, the 4 of Devin Russell in second. The 88 of Michael Jurgensen sitting there in third. They come out of 4, it'll be 5 more laps to go. The Martin's one-stop street stocks putting on a great show here tonight with Mike Shaddy out front. Devin Russell the 4 in second. The 88 of Michael Jurgensen making a move on the top side of turn number 2. Down the backstretch they go. Russell on the inside, Jurgensen on the outside. Jurgensen now steps up to that second spot in front. Oh, trouble there in turn number 2. Caution coming out. Man, oh man, it is open tonight. You can tell it. Had to be on a liquid diet if you guys watched the Around the Track show. All right, here we go. 3 laps remaining. Shaddy, your leader. Morant and Jurgensen in row number 2. Anybody's race to win. Green flag is in the air. Mike Shaddy out front, the 88 in second with the 71 of John Morant in third. 2 more laps to go. Mike Shaddy getting the first career open tonight, or first career opening season win last season with 1 more lap to go. Checkered flag is in the air for the 16 of Mike Shaddy, the 88 of Michael Jurgensen finishing second, and the 71 of Don Morant finishing in third. ladies and gentlemen, got a feature win last season, starting off this season in a good way from the 16 machine, taking off that safety equipment along with the other platform finishers here, second place and third place. Race fans, let them hear you. Your Martin's one-stop street stock feature winner, 16, Mike Shaddy. Mike, first off, it seemed like a forever race, an everlasting race.
Yes, sir. I wasn't wanting to see that caution.
Well, the caution actually helped you in a good way, the first one there, but wow, you and Chris battling there at the beginning. And then trouble for Chris. He pulls off, and then you've got Russell and Jurgensen behind you. But, wow, the car looked really, really good, and you drove the wheels off it and got it done.
Yeah, I'm really thankful. I don't know what to say.
You know, we got a feature win last season, feature win this season. Anybody you want to give a shout-out to and thank?
Yes, I need to thank Lone Oak Printing. Last year when I won, I forgot to thank Tim Barrier, and he helps me. And Chris Nichols, I forgot to thank him. His dad built this car. He used to be really fast here, won a lot of championships, and this is the last car his dad built. There's some other people, Ace Muffler in Lebanon, and SCP Performance in High Ridge, Missouri. They real good to get me parts. I need to look at my car on the other side.
Well, hey, we'll probably talk about it more, but hey, guess what? Opening night, you're leaving tonight the point leader. It's pretty exciting.
Most of all, I want to thank the Lord, you know, because He's our Savior. And if you don't have a relationship with the Lord, please get one.
All right, you heard it there from your Martin's One Stop feature winner, and one more.
I'd like to thank Chad Barber. He comes and helps me all the time. And I'd like to thank my girlfriend, Misty. She's here tonight.
All right.
And my dad.
All right, anybody else?
Gibson, he came and helped us today.
All right.
I wasn't ready for this.
Okay, he wasn't ready, but he better be ready because he got it done. Your Martin's One Stop feature winner of the 16 of Mike Shaddy. We're going to go here and talk to last year's track champion, the 88, Michael Jurgensen. Got some damage there. My goodness gracious. Michael, first of all, look up there. It's full moon, and we felt it tonight, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. That was rough. The car was fast. It was still fast after that caution. Wish I had a few more laps and maybe had something from Mike. But I don't know what was going on, what was going through that guy's head. But I guess we'll figure something out, huh?
Yeah, and I thought I was going to go over here and say, well, at least the Johnson crew has one car they don't have to work on. But it looks like you guys are going to have a busy week.
Oh, yeah, that's how it is, though. We'll get her put back together and come back even stronger.
All right, well, we appreciate you. And then where did, he went over here. We'll talk to third place finisher, Don Morant. Don, finishing third, you know. Yep, take them any way you get them. Anybody you want to thank?
I got to thank Capital Electric. They came on last year, and we've got a late model deal with them that's coming together. So we're just out here with the street stock because our late model ain't quite ready.
All right, so we appreciate you, and hopefully we'll be seeing you out here with the late model. All right. Wild side. It's opening night. You guys want to do something special for our final main event? Let's see if you know what I'm talking about. Let's see if you know what I'm talking about. If you know what I'm talking about, get it going. We do this for special races. It's opening night. I already see you up there, Wild Side. I already see you guys. Now make sure we get them turned off before the race starts. But let's light up the skies of McLean County. Let's give these late models a big old hallelujah. And a hello from the wild side. Get him going. Come on, get him going. Get those lights a flashing. Get those headlights a flashing. Hazard lights a flashing. Come on, wild side. Got a pretty good group over there on the wild side, so let's get them going. Turn 2, you're looking good. Back stretch, you can do a little bit better. Come on, turn number 3. Let's go. Holton, he's getting excited. Holton Simmons from Hartville, he's getting pretty excited. Come on, wild side. Let's get them going. Here we go. Here we go. The big bad machines. High horsepower. Bringing out the late models. Here we go. This is how they will line up for the Hilltop feature. Hilltop Ranch feature on the pole. Be the 25 of Justin Blake on his outside. It'll be the 91 last year's track champion of Dylan Bates. Row number 2 will be the 2S of Joey Strode on his outside. Will be the 48 of Jimmy Phone. Row number 3 on the inside, it'll be the 7 of Anthony Ross on his outside, be the 27R of Joe Ross. And row number 4 on the inside will be the 73 of Trent Masters on his outside, will be the 98 of Ryan Shanks. Wild side, they're going to warm up their tires. After they warm up their tires, shut the lights down. All right, wild side, you can start turning your lights off. Turning your lights off, wild side. Get those lights turned off for us, please. We don't want those drivers to think a caution or a red light's out. Get them turned off for us, please. Here we go. 30 laps will be your distance. Still work on getting those lights turned off, wild side. Straight back on the back row. Get those lights turned off, please. Here we go. Justin Blake, Dylan Bates, Joey Strode, Jimmy Phone, Anthony Ross, Joe Ross in the 27, Ryan Shanks in the 98 and the 73 of Trenton Masters. Caution light still on. Thank you, wild side. Appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Here we go. "30 laps will be your distance." Justin Blake looking to kick things off in style in 2025 with Dylan Bates, last year's champion, on his outside. They come down the front stretch. Green flag is in the air. It's all Dylan Bates out front early in that 91 going into turns 3 and 4. Justin Blake in the 25 in second. Oh! He got booted. 25 of Justin Blake was battling there for that second spot with Jimmy Phone. Hard racing right there. All right, so the 91 of Dylan Bates will be your leader to 48. Jimmy Phone sitting there in second. The 27 of Joe Ross in third. The 2 of Joey Strode in fourth. As here we go. A little bit of contact was made, racing deal there. Justin wasn't able to hold on to it. Nice looking orange machine, the 91 John Chris machine. Driven by Dylan Bates. Joe Ross will go on that inside lane because Jimmy Phone, the second car, was choosing that outside lane. Here we go. Only one lap in. Delaware File restart with the leader out front by himself. Joe Ross on the inside, Jimmy Phone on the outside. Green flag is in the air. Dylan Bates out front. Jimmy Phone into 48 in second. Joe Ross in the 27 machine sitting there in third. Dylan Bates still out front, your leader. Jimmy Phone in the 48 in second. The 27 of Joe Ross sitting there in third. Joey Strode in the 2. In fourth. Still Bates out front. Phone in the 48 in second. The 27 of Joe Ross in that third spot. Single file right now. Dylan Bates 2 to 3 car lengths in front of the 48 of Jimmy Phone. As right now it's the 91 out front. Jimmy Phone in second. Joe Ross in the 27 in third. Dylan Bates with a 15.532. Jimmy Phone with a 15.433. Jimmy Phone still with that quick time of a 15.601. Fast one on that last lap. But Dylan Bates gaining some speed with a 15.569. 15.569 with Jimmy Phone with a 15.617. Good racing up front. Jimmy Phone closing the gap on last year's champion, the 91 of Dylan Bates. Jimmy Foon looking for a great start to the 2025 racing season. Had some rough finishes last season, but looking to finish strong on opening night. Dylan Bates out front in the 91. The 48 of Jimmy Foon in second. Dylan Bates still with a 15.550. Jimmy Foon with a 15.714. 15.543, 15.538. 4/15ths of a second. Dylan Bates starting to pull away now with 562, 0.562 lead on the 48 of Jimmy Foon. As it is still Dylan Bates out front. Jimmy Foon in second. Joe Ross in the 27. In third, Joey Strode in fourth. Justin Blake in the 25 in fifth. As it's still Dylan Bates out front. Jimmy Foon in the 48 in second. Dylan Bates coming out with 8 more laps to go. To go for the 91 of Dylan Bates. Jimmy Foon in the 48 in second. Dylan Bates with 2 more laps to go. Caution is out. Caution is out. As the 98 of Ryan Shanks going off of turn number 3 and 4. There's still one more lap to go, I believe, even though the scoreboard says 0. The white flag was not displayed. So it'll be green, white, checkered, I believe. I want to thank Hilltop Ranch for being the sponsor of the late models this season. Don't forget, next Saturday night, we're going to be right back here for our Easter egg hunt and bike giveaway. One more. And Dylan Bay tore off the 48 of Jimmy Phone. Once again, good run there by the 48 of Phone. The 27 of Joe Ross in third, with the 2 of Joey Strode in fourth, and the 25 of Justin Blake in that 5th spot. Here we go. All right. It's going to be a green, white, and a checkered. Lights are off. Green flag is in the air. Dylan Bates out front with a 27 of Joe Ross in that second spot. Here we go out of turn number 4. White flag is in the air. Here they go out of turn number 4. It'll be the 91 of Dylan Bates, the 48 of Jimmy Foe, the 27 of Joe Ross, Joey Strode, and the 25 of Justin Blake. Dylan Bates, your feature winner, going to break it down on the backstretch. Here we go. That's where the burnout pit was last weekend. No, you're not going to burn it? Okay. He's wanting that checkered flag. He's going to grab that checkered flag there by the 91. Dylan Bates, our feature winner. The Alan Kowicki victory lap around the high banks of Lebanon I-44 Speedway. Wild side, let them hear you as you make your way out. Your Hilltop Ranch feature winner, the 91 of Dylan Bates. Here we go, race fans, let them hear you. Your Hilltop Ranch feature late model winner, the 91 of Dylan Bates. All right, Dylan. Well, we're just going to be a little bit honest here. It's opening night at I-44 Speedway, full moon. We weren't for sure what we should do on that call, but we went with a green-white checkered, but it didn't matter. You still got the win.
Yeah, I like it. Let's race it out. That was a good call.
Good call. Hey, once again, nice-looking car. Don't look on that other side, though. You're had some flames coming out on the other side, so yeah, it happens. But man, Jimmy Foe, you and Jimmy racing hard there at the beginning, and then able to pull away.
Yeah, that was a great race. Jimmy was right there with me the whole time. That was a lot of fun. You know, just chasing each other around like that. So luckily we were able to hold on, and yeah, we'll try to do it again.
Try to do it again, starting off the season strong. And anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, I can't thank just Joe Ross enough. He's over here. Cool to see him rounding out the top 3 here. He owns this car, lets me drive it. Pretty awesome. I can't thank John Christ enough for all he does. This is his new baby here, the bright orange. It's pretty wild looking. And Michael and Carrie Marsden, I saw them over there in the wild side with Sentinel Foundation. Great to have them on board, and just my parents and Jason and Mike and Riley, Eric, everybody else down there that I know I'm forgetting. So it's been a great night, and hopefully we can keep the momentum rolling.
Yep, going to be a short week, and we'll be back here next Saturday.
Yes, sir. We'll be right back.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, your Hilltop Ranch feature winner, the 91 of Dylan Bates. We're going to talk to our runner-up, the 48 of Jimmy Phone. Jimmy, this is like deja vu of opening night last season, man. You and Dylan had a good run there at the beginning there, but had a great finish, and let's hope that we can keep this good results moving forward.
Yes, sir. We had a fast car. I think with about 10 to go. First off, congratulations to Dylan. He's fast as usual. We had a fast car. About 10 to go, something popped. I don't know, plug wire, rocker arm, I don't know. But we lost a little power there at the end, but no complaints.
All right, anybody you want to thank?
Oh, let's see here. We'll thank the Ben Depot, CR Creative Vinyl, and of course, all of my crew, JDF2 Motorsports. We'll see if we can bring it back a little quicker next time.
Ladies and gentlemen, your runner-up, the 48 of Jimmy Phone. All right. Well, Joe, you came home third. I told Dylan, though, I said, it's open tonight. We got a full moon. It was man, right there, had the modified go off of turn number 3 there, but we didn't know what to do, and so we decided with a green-white checkered, and kind of helped you out a little bit because you and Jimmy Phone had a race going there for second.
Yeah, I had a good short run car. Once it got about 15 laps on it, it kind of went away. But yeah, I thought I had him there for a minute, but just not quite enough down there on the inside.
Yeah, you still got quite a bit of speed. Top 3 finish for you, and a short week, and we'll be back here next week.
Yep, we'll be back.
Anybody you want to thank?
Just everybody that helps me. R&S Automotive, Daco Painting, and my whole group that travels around with me.
What is the travel distance between here and where you live?
If I hustle, about 3 hours, 45 minutes.
Well, we appreciate it. Thank you, Joe, and the cars that you bring. Ladies and gentlemen, that will wrap it up for opening night here at the high banks of Lebanon I-44 Speedway. Trenton Masters, I said it a lot. On behalf of everybody here at Lebanon I-44 Speedway, thank you all for being here. Can't wait to see you next Saturday night for our Easter extravaganza, Easter egg hunt, and bike giveaway. All that music, DJ Nick, thank you for being here.